Ago, almost exactly, in early September 2013, we reported on an odd but ugly scandal in Florida politics. The state of Florida is what you might call an enthusiast when it comes to capital punishment. Florida, relatively speaking, kills a lot of their prisoners. And this time, 3 years ago, the Republican leadership of the state of Florida was pushing to speed up that process. They wanted to kill more of the state's prisoners faster. Republican Governor Rick Scott had signed a bill to make executions go faster in the state. The state's Republican Attorney General, Pam Bondi, was defending that new law in court. Kill Florida prisoners faster. But then this strange thing happened 3 years ago this week. On September 10th, 2013, they were scheduled to kill another Florida prisoner. But this time, there was a delay. And it wasn't the prisoner or his defense team that asked for the delay. It was the state's attorney general who asked for the delay. Which is weird, right? Because this is the same crusading attorney general who is publicly demanding that executions must go faster, that there are too many delays. Now she's the one asking for a delay. She wants a delay in the process before killing the next guy that is due to be killed by the state. Well, it turned out that the reason the attorney general wanted that delay was because she had a fundraiser scheduled for the night of the execution, and she didn't want that pesky execution to be a distraction during her big fundraiser. It was the kickoff of her re-election campaign. It was a really big deal. And so a man named Marshall Gore got to live another 19 days in Florida. They delayed his execution. They put off killing him until October 1st that year. So Florida's Republican Attorney General, Pam Bondi, could raise $140,000 toward her re-election effort. That was 2013. It was just, at a human level, just a gross enough story to make national headlines, even though it was a story that seemed to be confined to Florida. Well, now, that same Florida story is making national headlines again, because a week after that state attorney general postponed an execution in order to hold a fundraiser for her re-election, just 1 week later, the PAC supporting that attorney general received one of the biggest single donations she got that whole cycle. It got a check for $25,000 from the Donald J. Trump Foundation. And that raised a lot of eyebrows in the Florida press, because right before that donation came in, right after Pam Bondi's big reschedule the execution re-election fundraiser, the Orlando Sentinel was reporting this. New York's Trump University suit draws Florida officials' attention. This was a story about how Pam Bondi's office, the Attorney General's office in Florida, they were considering having Florida join other states that were suing Trump University, claiming that Trump University bamboozled people, including a lot of Floridians, out of their money. That piece ran on September 13th. Pam Bondi considers having Florida join this suit against Trump University. 4 days after that, September 17th, the Trump Foundation sends Pam Bondi's re-election PAC a $25,000 check. And then, voila, within weeks, Pam Bondi's office announced that they would not be pursuing a lawsuit against Trump University. Well, now, thanks to new reporting from the Washington Post's David Fahrenthold, we now know that that $25,000 donation from the Trump Foundation to that PAC supporting Pam Bondi, that was not legal. Charities like the Donald J. Trump Foundation, they can't give money to political campaigns and candidates like that. We also now know that the Trump Foundation misreported the donation as if that money for Pam Bondi was actually paid to some sort of charity. We also now know that the IRS figured that out, and Trump ended up having to pay a fine to the IRS for that illegal contribution. Trump says he has since personally reimbursed the foundation for the $25,000. The Trump campaign says the whole thing was just a cascade of clerical errors, all of which were just coincidental. For her part, Pam Bondi says she did personally solicit that $25,000 donation from Donald Trump. She says she asked him for it personally. But she says that was a long time before the donation actually came in. She says at the time she asked him for the money, she didn't know anything about these complaints concerning Trump University. See, it's all one big misunderstanding. This is Three's Company. We're all dumb old Mr. Roper, and these crazy kids just seem way more guilty than they are. Except there is this undisputed fact that Donald Trump gave $25,000 to the Florida Attorney General while her office was considering suing him before they decided they wouldn't sue him after all.
were you hoping to get out of that donation? You talk a lot about that.
I've just known Pam Bondi for years. I have a lot of respect for her. Never spoke to her about that at all. And I just have a lot of respect for her as a person. And she's done an amazing job as the Attorney General of Florida. And she's very popular.
He says it has nothing to do with the Trump University case. That was not at all discussed around the donation. He says he gave her that donation out of essentially long-standing friendship. He knew Pam Bondi for years. We have reached out to both Pam Bondi's office and the Trump campaign for details about Pam Bondi and Donald Trump's years-long relationship. How long have they been acquainted? We've asked if they've ever done any events or held any meetings before he threw $25,000 her way in 2013. We should say, as far as we can tell from the Florida press, there is no public record of any joint appearances or meetings or other signs of a long-standing friendship between them. We have not at least been able to find one in the public record. Again, we have asked the Trump campaign and Pam Bondi's office if they have any record of this allegedly long, years-long relationship that preceded this donation, which Donald Trump described to reporters today. We haven't yet heard back from either Pam Bondi's office or the Trump campaign, but you will be the first to know once we do. Joining us now is David Farenholt. He's a reporter with the Washington Post who has been trying to untangle the world